And then what do you think that we're seeing too much of? Like, to flip the question, what do you think that we're seeing too much of that you'd like to see us tone down a little bit?
I think like embargoes. So news embargoes where a company has something coming out, whether it be a new product or just a sponsorship, and people just cover that and agree to release the news on the date set by the company. We all do it. It's part of the game, and not everybody actually does it. Certain firms don't do it anymore, news outlets. But I think that there's too much of that, even if it kind of like makes the wheels, greasier and helps things turn a little quicker and, whatever. That, and I also think that there's a lot of credulousness on the part of both the industry and the but basically credulousness if credulousness is a word, but like people kind of take what other people say about technology as fact rather than actually look at the technology itself and draw conclusions from there. So to give an example, if a if a platform says that it's going to be faster for trading, but it turns out that they're now shuttling all of their trades through market makers, rather than doing it in a decentralized manner, that's interesting and worth reporting on, rather than just the fact of, hey, things are going to be faster for end users. Trying to understand what the tech actually does.
Yeah, I feel like there's a lack of people actually understanding how the tech works, which is really like interesting because like even journalists that have to report on this sort of stuff. I think that's actually one of the reasons why a lot of reporters, and I sometimes, I do embargoes occasionally, but I think that's why there's a lot of reporting that leans on embargoes, because it's an easy way to keep the news cycle going, like keep your byline active, be pitching stories and all that sort of stuff, rather than like you say, diving in. And I think that's also like a sort of news outlet prerogative as well. Like, all right, you want to learn how to do some on-chain reporting? All right, there might be this course, or you know what, take this next week to like discover all the tools that exist and what to do. And I think that, and I understand, because companies just don't sometimes have the runway to be able to be like, you know what, or the team to be like, you know what, you can just go and learn how to do this on-chain reporting. But I do think that's because also like outlets can be myopic in understanding why it would be really good for their company, or for them to have somebody like specialized in understanding how to read these, like the blockchain, because at the end of the day, that's like the underlying base for our entire industry. And so it's for nobody on your team. And I mean, I don't know how to read the blockchain, but for nobody on your team to be able to do it seems so like counterproductive, or just like, it just sounds or feels odd.